Imagine two apartment buildings standing side by side. Both have 24 units. Both look equally impressive. Both were built by reputable contractors. But here is a shocking part. One will make its owner financially free. The other will quietly drain their salary every single month. From the outside, they look almost identical. So what's the difference? The answer isn't architecture. It isn't the location. And it certainly isn't how beautiful the building looks. The difference is whether you are buying a building or an income-producing business. Today, I'm going to show you why most first-time property investors evaluate apartment buildings the wrong way, the numbers experienced investors look at first, and how one change in thinking could save you millions of shillings over your investing lifetime. Hello, I'm Manyara Kirago. I help high-income professionals in Kenya build lasting wealth through strategic financial planning and real estate investing. For over 20 years, I've helped thousands of professionals through corporate training, financial coaching, and one-on-one coaching. I've worked with professionals from organizations such as Safaricom, Citibank, PwC, Unilever, Bamburi Cement, and many others. More importantly, I have watched ordinary professionals become financially independent, not because they earned extraordinary salaries, but because they chose the right investment strategy. If you need personalized guidance on building your own financial independence, I'd be delighted to help you. You can book a free one-on-one strategy session using the link in the description below. If you enjoy practical Kenyan financial content like this, please subscribe, like this video, and share it with somebody who needs to hear it. Now, let's jump right in. One of the most common things I hear is, "I found a beautiful apartment building. What do you think?" My answer is always the same. I don't know yet. Because beauty tells me almost nothing about whether it's a good investment. I've seen beautiful apartment blocks that lose money every month. I've also seen very ordinary looking buildings quietly generate excellent returns year after year. Successful property investors don't buy buildings, they buy businesses. The building simply happens to be the container that produces the income. Once you understand that distinction, you'll never evaluate property the same way again. Let's imagine you're buying a supermarket. Would you buy it simply because the shelves look attractive? Because the floor tiles are beautiful? Because the building has modern lighting? Of course not. You would want to know, how much revenue does it generate? What are the operating expenses? How much profit remains? Is the business growing? Who are the customers? How stable is the income? Only after understanding the business would you decide whether it's worth buying. Now, here is my question. Why do so many people buy apartment buildings differently? They walk through beautifully furnished units. They admire the kitchens. They look at the paint. They check the balconies, then decide whether they want to buy. They are evaluating real estate like homeowners instead of investors. Every rental apartment is a business. Its product is accommodation. Its customers are tenants. Its revenue is rent. Its expenses include maintenance, management, insurance, repairs, and financing. And like every business, its value depends on one thing: its ability to generate sustainable income. This is the mindset experienced investors adopt. Instead of asking, "Do I like this building?" they ask, "How well does this business perform?" That one question changes everything. Whenever I evaluate an apartment investment, there are 4 numbers I want to understand before anything else. Number 1, rental income. How much rent does the building actually collect every month? Not projected rent, actual rent, existing rent. A fully occupied building with verified rental income is very different from one that's relying on optimistic assumptions. Number 2, operating expenses. Income alone tells you only half the story. How much does it cost to operate the property? Repairs, cleaning, security, property management, utilities, insurance, rates. Without understanding expenses, you can't know whether the property is genuinely profitable. Number 3, cash flow. After paying operating expenses and loan repayments, how much money remains? This is where many investors make expensive mistakes. A property can have impressive rental income and still require monthly support from the owner's salary. That isn't passive income. That's a second financial obligation. The ideal investment should strengthen your monthly cash flow, not weaken it. Number 4, tenant demand. Why is the building occupied? Is demand strong? Are tenants staying? Would vacancies be filled quickly? Strong rental demand provides stability. Without tenants, even the most beautiful building generates nothing. One of the biggest dangers in property investing is emotional decision making. People fall in love with a building. Then they start looking for reasons to justify buying it. Experienced investors do the opposite. They fall in love with the numbers. If the numbers work, they proceed. If the numbers don't work, they walk away, no matter how attractive the building appears. Remember this, beautiful buildings don't pay mortgages, tenants do. Cash flow does. Disciplined investment decisions do. Every year I meet professionals who tell me my rental property isn't performing the way I expected. When we review the purchase, we often discover the same pattern. The decision was based on appearance or location or the expectation that property prices would always rise. Very little attention was paid to income. The result? Monthly loan top-ups, unexpected maintenance cost, weak cash flow, financial stress. Instead of becoming a source of freedom, the property becomes another monthly commitment. That's not what investment property should do. A well-selected apartment building should steadily move you closer to financial independence, not further away from it. Here is a mindset I encourage every investor to adopt. Don't ask, would I like living here? Rather, ask, would I like owning this business? Don't ask, is this a beautiful building? Ask, will this building reliably produce income for the next 20 years? Don't ask, is this property popular? Ask, does it fit my financial strategy? Once you begin asking those questions, you'll make far better investment decisions because you'll stop thinking like a homeowner and start thinking like a business owner. This is why strategic rental real estate is the 6th pillar of my structured growth framework. I believe multi-unit apartment buildings can be one of the most powerful wealth building assets available to high-income professionals, but only when they are selected strategically. The goal isn't simply to own property. The goal is to own an income-producing asset that generates reliable cash flow, strengthens your financial position, and gradually replaces your salary. To help professionals identify whether they are building a financial plan that leads to lasting wealth, I've produced a free training video that walks you through the entire structured growth framework from where you are today to lasting financial freedom. You can watch it free using the link in the description below. It's just over 20 minutes and it lays out the 7 critical steps on the path towards financial independence. And if you're thinking about investing in apartment buildings or already own rental property and would like an independent review, I would be delighted to invite you to a complimentary financial freedom strategy session. And together, we'll evaluate your current position, discuss your goals, and determine whether strategic rental real estate should play a role in your long-term financial plan. If you found this video valuable, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with somebody who's considering buying investment property, because one conversation could save them from making a very expensive mistake. Remember this: don't buy buildings, buy income, because it's the income and not the stone and concrete that will ultimately buy your financial freedom. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.